Hey everybody, I'm Scott Fitzgerald, one of the founders of Buddy Pegs and the author of B is for Bicycles. And in case you didn't know, Buddy Pegs is a children's media company dedicated to helping you empower the little kids in your life through media products and experiences that share the inspirational power of the bicycle. Since the success of our first book, B is for Bicycles, my wife and I we've been on a path. We've been working hard. We've been dedicated to taking the momentum from B is for Bicycles that we generated and moving that into the launch of our second illustrated children's book. And that book will be launching this June on Kickstarter. But today, I am super excited to introduce you to our newest member of the Buddy Pegs team, who will also be the illustrator for our next children's book, featuring all the animals from B is for Bicycles. Michael Clarida here is a freelance illustrator. He's got over 20 years of experience in the illustration and graphic design world, working for a few small brands you may have heard of, like Marvel and Universal Studios and Disney. We're really, so excited to have him on the team. He received his professional training at the Ringling School of Art and Design down in Sarasota, Florida, and currently lives in Orlando, Florida. So, yeah, Mike, I just want to give you a very large and public welcome to the Buddy Pegs team. We are so stoked to have you here.
Well, thank you, Scott. I appreciate that. I'm very excited to sit down and kind of delve into the, into the process of, doing the book. So, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. So I talked a little bit about your professional career there in the intro. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself personally?
Personally, well, I'm an avid cyclist. Of course, I've been cycling for all my life. Some adults, as they get older, as they progress through life, they decide to not really do a lot of exercise, and they'll go to the gym or whatever. But my sole exercise seems to be cycling. I'll run and walk with my wife, but I really love cycling. I love getting out. I love the freedom, not only road cycling, but also, in the forest and stuff like that. I'm also a father of two kids, one 9 years old, a little boy. His name is Micah, and my daughter named Michaela. She's 17 years old. Oh my gosh, how fast the time goes. A little bit in terms of how I've really molded my career personally. I was in an advertising agency for years, and now that I'm a freelancer, I've really been able to focus on that dynamic of family at home, and it's really afforded me that personal relationship with my kids, and I really appreciate that.
That's priceless. That's amazing.
Oh, my goodness,
Okay,
yes.
so, in terms of this project, this next book, what gets you fired up to be working with us in this Buddy Pegs project?
Well, one of the things that I really enjoyed whenever I first met you was the incredible passion that you had for what you're doing. Your background being a business owner and seeing that switch over to what you really enjoy in life, which is spending time with your family and also cycling. That is something that really was close to my heart. And I saw that, and I was just over my heels enthusiastic for it. Of course, I love to draw. Of course, I love to tell stories. Of course, that's inside of me already. And that's a passion that really carries through every aspect of my life. But man, whenever I saw, the opportunity to be part of your vision and part of you and your wife's concept for really expanding, that passion for cycling and being outside and being outside with your family, that's really what I wanted to be a part of, overall.
That's amazing. Well, I could say the same thing back to you. When we first started talking to Mike, we were interviewing illustrators literally all over the world. I mean, we were talking to people, you name it. We were, of course, in the United States, but we're also down in, Venezuela and the Philippines and Moldova and Russia and India and just like all over the board, which was a great learning experience for us to talk to all these illustrators. And beyond Mike's amazing personal ability with illustration, what really attracted us to work with Mike was his enthusiasm for cycling, his passion for it, and just his overall personality, which I hope you're seeing come through here, which is great. It's a huge part of who you are, Mike.
Awesome. Thank you.
So what, in terms of illustration, the nuts and bolts of illustration, what do you bring to the table in your own eyes that's unique to yourself as an illustrator?
I think as an illustrator, a lot of times, from the outside, somebody looking at an artist and they'll not be able to see all of the intricacies that are involved with the process. What I bring to the table is not only a patience, but also a large volume of experience that affords me to not only be able to verbalize, but visualize my ideas clearly. A lot of times an illustrator will come on an existing project, and it'll be very hard because that illustrator will bring to the table a lot of his ideas that not necessarily will be in line with the author's vision. I bring to the table a enthusiasm that really caters to the author. I have a huge amount of work that I've done for larger companies, and my style, a lot of times illustration style can not only work against you, but it can be a detriment. What I bring to the table is the ability to not only merge, but also match and morph a style that is not only very similar to an existing project, but also has sort of my own take to it. So I bring that huge tool belt of experience, not only in the public marketplace, but like Scott has said, I have a huge amount of experience with large companies like Disney, and Disney has a level of creativity and that bar that is set extremely high. Pixar, all those companies, and their focus is not always on art. It's not so much the art, it's the storytelling, it's the passion, it's the involvement and the touch of the heart that is such a core to those companies that I recognize and I've absorbed into myself, that I think that basically is something that is really prevalent in my artistic style and being able to communicate. So if that makes sense.
That's fantastic. That's great. It's a big part of why we're excited to be working with you. So, hey, this book that we have coming up for our audience out there, I just want to let you know this book is really in a lot of ways a continuation of B is for Bicycles. So in B is for Bicycles, these animal characters that hopefully your kids are falling in love with, they went on a journey. They learned about the bicycle, and they fell in love with the bicycle, and they learned to ride bikes. Here are these two dogs riding bikes and exploring how great bikes are while they explore the alphabet. Well, in this next book, these dogs, they actually go on to open a bike shop. They open a local bike shop because of some frustrations they have about their community not having a good local bike shop. So as they go through this journey of guidance and mentorship and soul searching about what they can do to help their community fall in love and be connected with the bicycle more, they decide that they're going to do that through opening a bicycle shop. And the bicycle shop is called Buddy Pegs. We're really excited about this book because Buddy Pegs, the bike shop, will be the backdrop for all of our future media products. So this will be a series of books. It's a podcast that's launching here in a couple weeks. And it's just a backdrop for all these tales and stories of these animal creatures who live in a town called Spokesville, and they love biking. And they explore all the values that biking really helps deliver, like self-confidence and resilience, freedom, connection to your community, connection to the planet. And they also really spend a lot of time weaving in a message of the importance of local bike shops and local retail to your community, because these places, these shops, they really are central to the heart of communities, and we want to see them succeed. So what we're doing with Mike is my wife and I, we paid Mike to help us illustrate the first round of drawings for this book. So we have the book storyboarded out. Mike is doing the first round of illustrations, including the cover, and that'll bring us to a launch on Kickstarter, where we're hoping that you can help us back the project and bring the project to life through that Kickstarter campaign. That campaign will launch in mid-June. We're getting close to picking an exact date, and we'll let you know when that date actually is selected, but it's going to be mid-June. And what you can expect over the upcoming weeks is some messaging around our journey to get ready for that campaign. We really want to bring you in on what this is like. We're doing a lot of work right now on messaging and strategy to make sure the word really gets out there. We're aligning ourselves with partners in the bike industry We're aligning ourselves with influencers who really care about getting more kids on bikes and raising happy, healthy kids through that inspirational power of the bicycle. So yeah, stay tuned for more information about our journey towards this Kickstarter campaign. When that campaign launches, we would really love your support on the first day of the campaign. That really makes a big difference. So anyways, we'll tell you more about that in the coming weeks. I just want to say thanks again to Mike. Welcome to the team. And let's do this, right? Let's do this.
Yes, let's do it. Let's get it done.
All right. See you, everybody.